Yeah, before we begin, I just want to ask all the participants, my voice is audible clearly. You can
Yes,
reply in the chats
yes,
and you can unmute. Yes, okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Can you all see my screen properly? Okay,
Yes, we
great.
can.
Okay, great. Thank you. So let's begin. A very good evening to everyone present here. Welcome to Android Campaign 2021 and of course the Android Study Jams. This is the first session of the 3 study jams that we have planned for you guys. We had posted a timeline a few days ago on our social media handles. We are going to follow that timeline religiously and expect you guys also to follow it accordingly, if not faster, of course. Please be at least at the same pace as the study jams, because if you are not, you will get confused in some concepts, and also you need to submit a project, if I am right, to Google to complete the Android campaign. After that, you will be eligible for all the certificates and the 80% certification fee reimbursement that Google is going to provide to all those who complete the campaign. For that, I request everybody to check the timeline and follow that along with us. If you are faster, well and good, complete it before us, no problem at all. So before we begin, I would like to introduce myself to you guys and tell a brief about myself first. I am Mayuresh, I'm sorry. I am Mayuresh Kulkarni, a final year computer engineering student of Bharati Vidyapit College of Engineering, Navi Mumbai. I am the founder and lead of the Google chapter in our campus, that is GDSC BVCOE. I was also the Google Cloud Ready facilitator for 4 months from March to June 2021. Along with that, I am also a Microsoft student partner since January 2020. Recently, Microsoft awarded me the Lifetime Student Partnership, and it's one of my good achievements, if not the best. I have been to multiple research conferences at national and international levels and presented my research papers over there. Also winning the award for best paper in the track in one of the international conferences in February 2020. And finally, I will be the speaker for today's session. I will try to share some of my knowledge of Android and Kotlin with you all. I have some experienced guys with me here on my team as well, and they are fantastic. So you can ask anything to them. If you have any queries, please feel free to ask them without any hesitation. We would absolutely love to answer them, because the more you ask, the more you learn. So let's begin. For this session, there are some prerequisites and they are listed on the screen that will be helpful for this session. Having basic computer literacy and basic math skills is recommended. You will also need a computer and access to internet to take the online course. Since we would be using Android Studio, I encourage you all to use a Wi-Fi if possible, because installing and setting up Android Studio requires around 2.5 GB of data right up front. Sorry. Without that, you cannot start developing applications. After this short presentation, we all will be working independently on the course at their own pace. It is also helpful if you have an Android device with you all, so that you can test your app on your phone and share it to your friends for testing and family members for testing and checking. A USB cable will be needed for connecting your phone to the computer. Wireless installation is currently not supported, at least on Windows and Android. I have no idea about Mac. If you don't have an Android device, that is also fine. You can still use your computer to emulate an Android device. We will come to that later. So even if you don't have an Android device, no problem at all. You need a computer and a good internet connection and some basic knowledge of maths and computers in general. So that's that. Also, if you have some experience in programming language, be it Java, be it Python, C, C++, C Sharp,
sound नहीं आ रहा
anything. Yeah, sorry.
क्या ऑडियो पे
Yeah, I was saying if you have some knowledge before of any programming beforehand, it will be very helpful and you will be able to pick up the concepts of Kotlin more easily. So, so what is Android Study Jam? Android Study Jams are community organized study groups for people to learn how to build Android applications in Kotlin language. And this is done with the help of curriculum provided by Google. And this year it is the Android Basics in Kotlin course. So in the 3 study jams that we are going to organize, we are going to cover the entire course and the concepts that it deals with. So if you take some time out of your busy schedule and attend the study jams, I'm sure you will learn a lot of things. Yeah, so if you attend all the 3 workshops, all the 3 study jams, then this is the certificate that you will be getting from your respective GDSCs. And this is a demo template that I have used. Of course, the logo will be different for all the GDSCs. That's obvious. If you don't complete the course also, then it's fine. But if you attend the Android study jam, this is the certificate that you will get. And if you complete the Android training course, the Android Basics in Kotlin course, this is the certificate that you will be getting. If you attend all the study jams and complete the course, you will get both of them. And if you also decide to give the associate Android developer certification, you will get that as well. And Google is going to provide 80% of the fee reimbursement. I guess it is around $120. The certification is $150 and Google will refund $120 out of it. So all you need to pay is $30. That is around 1800 to 2000 rupees. So one of the best deals, I'll say that. So what will you get out of this at the end? So if you are a part of this study jam of Android campaign, first and foremost, the goal for you is to build your first Android applications. These study jams are developed in a way to cater to audience who does not have an Android development experience. So to do this, you will install Android Studio on your computer, which is an application to build Android apps. Along the way, you will be exposed to programming concepts and the Kotlin language. At the end, we will also talk about the resources on how you can continue learning and building apps beyond this event. So without further ado, let us start with your developer profile first. So create your developer profile, Google developer profile by going to developers.google.com/profile. You can use the link, you can type it as it is given on the screen and go to the website. It will ask you to sign in using your Google account. Select the one which you want to use to complete the Android trading course. You will not be able to change it later. Of course, you will be able to change it via some different profile, but you will need to do the entire course again. So better select one account and create a developer profile using the same account. Note that your Google account profile is different to developer profiles account. Although they are linked, but they are different. One activity does not impact the other account. Once it is set up, go to the course Android Basics in Kotlin. You can search it, or even I can give you the link in the chat if you want. Uh, you will be working through the Android Basics in Kotlin course. This is a free online training course developed by Google for people like us to learn how to build basic Android applications. So I'll give the link. That will be easier for everyone to access it. Uh, Give me a moment. I'm copying it.
Mayuresh will paste the links and everything in the chat box. You can
Okay, great.
continue.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Vedant. Yeah. I have put the link of the course in the chat. Please access it from there. The course is made up of units, 6 units to be precise, and units are composed of pathways. In this session, we will be focused on the first unit, which is shown here. It is made up of 4 pathways. in session 1, you will work on the first 3 pathways, that is introduction to Kotlin. Second one is creating your first application, and third is building a basic layout. In session 2, you will work on the fourth pathway, the second unit and the third unit, which is scheduled for tomorrow. You may be wondering what is a pathway exactly. So it is an ordered sequence of activities to learn a specific skill. You need to complete those activities in the pathway to complete it. An activity can be a video, it can be hands-on coding tutorial, which is also known as code lab. It can be an article or it can be a quiz. In this first pathway, you can see there are 4 activities. All these activities are meant to help you reach the specific learning objective of the pathway. And after every pathway, there is a quiz to check your understanding of what you have just learned. This is an example of what a quiz looks like. You can see on the screen. There are no limits to the number of retries for a quiz. You can attempt them any number of times, no problem. But if you get a question wrong, try to understand what was the concept behind the question. Even if you need to look back at the source material, please do it. And once you have cleared the concept, only then attempt again. And most importantly, since this is a skill building task and not your college exam, copying and taking answers from internet would do more damage than good. Hence, I request everyone present here to give it an honest try by learning and understanding the concept and then attempting the quiz rather than getting the answers from your friend or from internet, because you will get the answers very easily. The quizzes are not tough at all. So don't do it. Give it an honest try and I'm sure you'll learn a lot more from that approach. Moving on, after you pass the quiz, you earn a badge like this. A badge is a sure shot proof of your efforts, hard work, time and energy that you have put into learning this skill. You can learn up to 16 badges minimum by the time you complete this entire course. So your developer profile will be very attractive to look at, and anybody who visits your profile will understand that yes, this particular person has a good knowledge of Android basics at least. The badges you earn are saved to your developer profile. When you are taking the course, be sure to sign in and create a developer profile if you haven't already. It is very quick to create, so just do it. As you earn more badges, you can see them on your developer profile and favorite them. You can showcase some of them. Here you can see the developer profile of one person, and she has put 3 badges. She has pinned 3 badges on her profile. So you can pin your favorite badges and the rest of them will be shown below them. Here are all the 15 pathways, their objectives and the learning outcomes of the Android Basics with Kotlin course. You can see the estimated time given for that particular pathway. That is just the average time. You might even complete it faster than what Google has given. In most cases, you complete the task in 70% of the given time, but that depends very much on your PC as well. If Android Studio hangs or stops responding, then that troubleshooting time will increase. But on an average, 70% of the time is only required. Anyways, on the right side, you can see the badges that you will get after completing the pathway. You can see these badges on your developer profile dashboard anytime you want.
Mayurish,
Yeah,
I guess you can directly start with the content because this information is already given in the info sessions, like introductory sessions.
but my college is not given. For my
Oh,
college, this is not given.
oh, okay, fine, continue. Okay.
For them, it will be revision.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah. Have a look through the pathways, and if you take a screen, if you want, you can take a screenshot to refer later after the session. I will wait for a few seconds. You all can click a photo from your phone or take a screenshot, whatever. You can even go through the pathways right now. I have given you the link. You can just go through them side by side. and get an idea of how much you would learn by the time you complete the training. That will also give you an idea how much time you would have to invest every day or every week for this. Note that the last date for completing this is 10th of January, and it is also the last date for submitting the project as well. So plan your days accordingly. We are already on 12th of December. So these are all the pathways of this course. I hope you all have noted down or taken screenshots according to your convenience. So now let us understand a bit about the history of Kotlin language. In July 2011, JetBrains unveiled Project Kotlin. It was a new language for JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine. JVM is a technology on which all the Android applications run. The name is derived from Kotlin Island, so that's a new information, extra information. Kotlin was officially released in February 2016. At Google I/O 2017, Google announced its official first-class support for Kotlin language on their Android operating system. In 2019, Google also announced that the Kotlin programming language is now its preferred language for Android app developers. So Google recommends all the app developers who are starting new or are professional as well, are experienced in the field, to move to Kotlin because it will now be the preferred language for the next few years at least. With the release of Android Studio 3.0, Google gave the option to directly build Kotlin apps as an option while creating a new project. That is what we will do now in a few minutes. After a few months, Google also gave developers some additional tools and resources to port their applications to Kotlin if they have already developed them in Java. So Google is going all in with full force to support Kotlin. So it will be very helpful for you to learn it now. So what is Kotlin? Kotlin is an open sourced statistically typed programming language that supports both object oriented and functional programming. So it's very versatile, to conclude on that line. Kotlin provides similar syntax and concepts from other languages like C#, Java, and Scala. And if it's not already pretty clear, the main purpose of Kotlin is to build clean and robust applications that run better than their Java counterparts. It also has some performance advantages, debugging advantages, maintenance and future support advantages as well. But you will learn that as and how you develop and use Kotlin. So as a basic user or a basic developer who is starting new, it's an obvious question that you get in your mind that which language to use now. I know some Java, but should I start with Kotlin? So let us understand why you should use Kotlin for app development and how it compares with Java. Java was and still is one of the most famous and largely used programming language in IT industry. It's a fact that nobody can deny. Even even Android OS native apps were built on Java one day in earlier days. But now Google has changed almost all their applications to Kotlin. So for beginner and a new developer, Kotlin should be the obvious answer between Kotlin and Java. If you ask me why, I would like to give you an example of a simple arithmetic code in Java and the same functional code in Kotlin. So you can see for yourself why Kotlin is better. This is the program for addition, subtraction, division and multiplication of two numbers, A and B. Look at the code and see the number of lines it takes. It is a self-explanatory code, so I don't think I need to explain this code very much. Now let us take a look at the Kotlin version of this. This is the same programming Kotlin. Look at the simplicity of the code, and those coming from Python, I am sure you all must be overjoyed yet again to see you got a lazier alternative than Java for Android apps as well. A very big advantage of Kotlin over Java is that Kotlin heavily focuses on functionality over code. So you will understand the statement as and how you use Kotlin in the future. So here is some important stuff for you all to learn. Those who all are bored, please wake up now. This is where things get interesting. To make it easier for newcomers and new learners to learn Kotlin, Google has provided something called as Kotlin Playground, which you can access through the web browser. The site looks something like this. It may be a little different if you directly go through the JetBrains portal, but the functionality is the same. The backend is the same. You can write your code in the window and hit the run button. You will see the output of the code directly in the same window. You don't need to reload it or something like that, which happens most of the times on HackerRank. The result of your code will be shown at the bottom of the coding window. And Vedant, can you please put the Kotlin Playground link in the chats?
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll put it.
Thank you. Coming to Android Studio, pathway 2 is where you will create your first application. We will do that today. You will understand how to use Android Studio as well. For that, you will need to download and install Android Studio on your computer. This is the official tool that Google recommends as well as professional developers use every day for developing their applications. This is where you will be writing your Kotlin code, designing your application, and developing them for Android campaign at least. uh, the other option is IntelliJ, but Google recommends Android Studio because more support is available for AS than IntelliJ. So I mentioned something about Android emulator in the beginning. In Android Studio, you can use Android emulator if you don't have a device, physical Android device with you, or you cannot connect your device to computer. Doesn't matter the situation, but the point is you have something called as emulator in Android Studio, which can simulate virtually various Android devices on your machine. This allows you to run your application and provide almost the same capabilities of a real Android phone. The only thing is you cannot click photos with it. It does use your front camera of your laptop or the device, but that doesn't make any sense. So other than that, it is exact replica of your device. Uh, you can use anyone. You can use your physical device also. You can use emulator as well. It's up to you and a personal preference. I personally like to use emulator because if anything goes wrong, I can delete the device from AVD manager and reinstall it in a matter of minutes. If anything happens to my phone, it will create actual problems for me. I will have to run to service center and get it repaired. Also, it is safer to use emulator since your apps will be less secure in the beginning, and uh, hence for learning purpose, I will highly recommend you to use the emulator. But the only drawback is it does require some power of your computer. It uh, it doesn't work very well with a low end machine. That's a fact. If you have more than 6 or 8 GB of RAM, go ahead with emulator. It is much faster that way. So let us see some of the code snippets. I will show you some screenshots and then move on to the Kotlin playground. The most important thing or the obvious thing when we start learning a new language is learning how to print something using the language. So println is the keyword used for printing in statements in Kotlin. The syntax is println, open round bracket, open double quotation marks, write your statement, close the quotation marks and close the round bracket. Println prints the code on every new line, and print continues with the previous line. So quite similar to Java. Yeah, and semicolon is optional. Next thing is defining variables. Of course, you will not just keep on printing it. You will also define some variables and make use of them. So there are two types of declarations. One is val type, that is value. You cannot change this. It is like static value of a variable. And the another one is var, variable declared using var keyword. That is like a normal keyword. It can be integer. It doesn't matter data type, but the point is it can be changed later, and val cannot be changed later. And if you want to use the variable, of course you will want to use the variable. The syntax is dollar in curly brackets the variable name, and put all of this under the double quotes inside a print or println statement. So with these basics understood, let us now switch to Kotlin Playground. End of slideshow. Nice. 1 second. Is my screen visible? Can anybody just tell me?
Yes.
Sir, you could repeat the emulator part again, please. Yeah, I'll do that at the end of the session. Blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Yeah. Copy link. Paste it. Okay, good. So the basic template that you get whenever you start the Kotlin Playground is this. It starts with some print state. No. It starts with a function, main function, and this line. Whenever you learn a new language, Hello World is the only officially the first program that you all have to run. Some explanation here. Fun is the keyword which declares or which shows Kotlin that this is a function. Fun stands for function. Every program has to have a main function, just like Java. Without main, you cannot have any Kotlin program. Must have function for all Kotlin programs. That's fine. And the print statement, as you can see, println, and in round brackets and double quotes, the code. So hit the run button, and here you will see the output. If you want to test, print, this is my first program. Escape, run. Okay. Second line. There you go. I need to put a space here. Yep, perfect. So that is with simple function print statements. Now we will understand about the variable part. I'll just erase it. Where, let's say name. My name is Mayuresh, and I want to print my name. Println in double quotes. My name is. If you remember the syntax, it was dollar, curly brackets, and the name of the variable. So this will be the syntax, and I hope that this prints my name properly. Yes, it does. Thank God. So you can play around with these concepts and easily understand them. I don't think this will take much time. So let us try something with multiple functions. Suppose you want to print a happy birthday message for your friend, and let's do this first. Println. We will develop it step by step. happy birthday. This is actually one of the code labs. So if you understand this, you can understand that code lab in the course as well. So Vedant is my friend. I will wish him happy birthday. Happy birthday, Vedant. And yeah, good. I want to decorate it a little bit. Println. I want to give equal to. Yeah. Copy this. I'm a lazy person. Great. It prints properly. But this is a repeated statement and this does not make much sense. So what we will do is we will write what?
Line.
Okay. Okay. So what we will do is we will write a function for this so that you can understand how functions work in Kotlin as well. Okay. Let it be like that. So if you all can remember, the keyword is fun and I want to name the function print border. No print border, it's the same. Print line. Round bracket, close round bracket, and println. Write the same statement here. And now what we will do is we will just call this in our main. Print line. So what this statement does is this indicates Kotlin that we are calling a function and this is the function that we have defined. So whenever we call this function, all the statements written inside this function are executed here and then the statement moves on to this line. So as you can see, it's the same output but with a much more elegant code, I'll say that. Sorry. So again, we can make this write this in a smarter way. What we will do is we will use a repeat statement. Repeat is one of the more frequently used keywords or functions of Kotlin language. And yeah, let's say repeat. In the brackets, you tell how many times you want to repeat the statements. I want to repeat 20 times and I want to repeat what? I want to repeat a print statement and print what? Equal to. Now what this code will do is in the main, the code will go to first line. It will see I have called println function. It will go to println function. There it will see that I have declared something called repeat and inside repeat I have a print equal to statement. So what this will do is for every println call, the print statement will be repeated 20 times and then this println statement will be executed followed by again println. Run this. Okay. I need to add one more line. And then empty println will just take this happy birthday Vedant code to next line. Yep, it's good. This is shorter, so we will change it to 25. Yep, much better. So this is the basic working of Kotlin language. It is pretty easy if you ask me and not that complicated, at least in the beginning. So any doubts until this point? No. Okay. So now let us start Android Studio. I have installed it over here. Android Studio. Let us understand how to create an application and run it on Android virtual device. In here I will answer that question. I will repeat the emulator part as well. It's a rough template. I need to update my Android Studio. I'll close this project and start from beginning. Yeah, right. So once you install Android Studio, this will be the screen that you will see when you open Android Studio. Click on New Project, and these are the few predefined templates provided by Google. If you want a basic activity, that is a single click application, then basic activity is there. If you want a navigation bar style screen, then that is also there. Google Maps is there, login activity, everything, most of the things that developer need to quickly build an application is already there, predefined in Android Studio. But since we are learning from the scratch, we will start with an empty activity. Click on empty activity and click next. It will take you to configuration page. Here you can name your application. I am going to name it my first app, and you can see the save location. I have kept it in C drive. You can click on this folder and modify wherever you want. I am not going to change it. I have stored it in C drive inside Android development folder. Inside that I have created another Kotlin folder where Android Studio will create one folder called my first app. This will all the files of your project will be, and your application will be stored inside this folder. So make sure you remember the storage location properly, and I'll say you can use SSD for it. If you have bigger applications, having an SSD will give you better performance boost. And as I said, since Android Studio 3.0, Google has provided an application to develop Android applications natively on Kotlin or Java as usual. So I'm going to select Kotlin. Minimum SDK. Minimum SDK is the minimum Android version that your application will support. Google has provided support from API 16, that is 4.1 Jelly Bean, up to the latest API 30, that is Android 11.0 R. And depending on which Android version you select, it gives you a rough estimate that your application will run on approximately 24.3% of devices. That means not many devices have Android 11 natively installed on them, let alone Android 12. You will see Android 12 option if you update. My Android Studio is an old version, and if you update it to a version after September 2021, you will see Android 12 here as well, API 31. So that means that is on even less devices. So if you go lower, let's say Pi, the number jumps to 69%. If you go to Nougat, it supports around 85.6%, like that. So we will select 100% of the devices for now, and once that is done, click finish. One second, I saw it out. So when we declare a variable, we do not need to declare its type. No, Kotlin automatically detects the data type by the value you put into your variable. If you type, where was the Firefox? Yeah, if I type here var a equal to 10, it will automatically set a as integer. If I type var name equal to Mayuresh, it will automatically detect name variable as string data type, like that. If I give it let's say decimal some variable name and type it 69.420, it will automatically give it floating data type, like that. So you do not need to explicitly give it, but it's better to give it, and you'll understand why it is better once you start developing applications in Android Studio. In the layout page, you configure every element, and in every element you have the option to get the data from Kotlin code. There you need to give it, but you'll learn that later. Yeah, so once you click finish, this is the page that you will see. This is the default view of Android Studio. sorry. On the left side, you can see the project structure. It is given Android over here. You can select these and explore. I'm not going to go into depth. That will take a lot of time. This is the entire project structure inside app. If you want to see the file explorer view of this as well, I'll show it. My first app. Yeah. These dot files are hidden files. You will not be able to see them in Android Studio. And app is there. Yes. Gradle is there. Yes, Gradle is there. Inside app, manifests is there. Yes. Java is there. Library is there. So most of it is exactly the same as you will see in the Explorer. And the center, this thing after project view is the coding window. Here you will write your code and design your applications. This is main activity.kt. .kt is the file extension of Kotlin files. So this is main activity.xml. Here you will render, design your applications, the UI UX part of it. And if you zoom in, you can see hello world is already written over here. Constraints and all are there, but we will not go into that depth as of now. On the top, you can see this is the navigation bar. One second. Here, if you go to file, you will find all the project settings. Same edit, view, navigate, stuff like that. You can explore it later. And yeah, the main emulator part. I have chosen Pixel 3a as the phone. It is quite it is a good phone, and it is a very good average of all the Android phones available in the market. So if you click on AVD manager means Android virtual device. I have already created Pixel 3a and downloaded it on my machine. So size on disk is 11 GB. You don't need to download 11 GB. You need to download only 2.5 GB for around for every device. And this is the installed disk size. So for you will not see anything. You will see no device detected here. You will click, if you click here, you will see only an option of AVD manager. You click that and you will see a blank screen, or it will say that create a virtual device by clicking here. So if you click here, it will give you an option which device you want to create, which virtual device you want to simulate, and these are the options. If you want TV, then Android TV 720p 1080p, like that options are there. You can see I'll say a small representation of the device that you will be selecting over here on the right hand side. That is Android TV 1080p 1920 by 1080 is the resolution. Size is X large, that is extra large. Ratio is long. Density is XHDPI. extra high definition PI. If you select phone, 99% of the people will be selecting phone and tablet only, but let us focus on phone. These are the options, right from QVGA device, the small devices which used to be there, right from there up to Pixel 4 XL. In the latest version of Android Studio, Pixel 6 is added as well. So you will find that phone as well. I have selected Pixel 3a, and once you select your device, let's see, I select Pixel 4, click on next, select one of the Android operating systems that this phone currently supports. Once you click on download, it will download it. It will take some time, around 5 to 10 minutes depending on your internet speed, and next button will be available, and you will be finally able to set some permissions, whether it can access your internet, whether it can access your hardware like camera, speakers and stuff like that. Once that is done, you can click on finish. Your phone will be added like this in your AVD manager. If you want to run the device, you can click play from here. I will click play. It will take some time. Yeah, Android emulator. As you can see, this is exactly how Pixel 3a looks in person. It replicates it exactly in the same way in your machine. Right now the phone was switched off. The Android Studio powered on the phone. Yep. So this is the emulator. I'll close the AVD manager. This is the emulator, and this is a completely interactive phone. You can click on settings. You can scroll. You can click and scroll as well as mouse scroll. System. As you can see, you can see about device in your real device. Here you can see about emulated device. So yep, system update updated to Android 11. Everything is same. Go back. Go here, clear all, and you are good to go. Click back on the Android Studio screen, and this is the default template, all boilerplate that we call it. This is where you will design most of your applications. When you click on the element hello world, I'll zoom in if you all cannot see. Yeah, this button is used to click and drag. So I found it the hard way. When you click on this element, you can see that this view on the right side changed. I click escape. If I click here, you can see all the properties, attributes, and stuff like that for this. A simple text is called as text view in Android Studio. If you want to have some other element, these are called elements. If you want to have another element, then you have the option here on the left side in the palette. That is, it is divided into common, text, button, widgets, blah 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 blah. But mostly you will use the common elements only. The text is called text view, button self-explanatory. Image view is used for putting an image on into your application, and you will learn about these as and how you progress in the course. So what I will do now is I will simply save this and run this application on Pixel 3a. It will show that Gradle is running. Gradle takes time for the first time to run. In my machine it took around 20 minutes the first time I did it, but later on it becomes faster. And it gave me an error. For fuck's sake. I'll just show my previous application. Okay. Yeah, this is the program that you will do in your unit 1. You will develop a happy birthday application for your friend Sam or anybody for that matter. As you can see here, this is a text view and the properties are changed. The text size is increased. I have not put any constraints. That's my laziness. But it is recommended that you put some constraints so that elements do not overlap on each other and run into each other's space. So yeah, you change the font family, you can see the design changing. If you put it monospace, it will change. Cursive, it will change. I have kept it casual. Press enter. Scroll down. You can change the color from text color attribute and stuff like that. This is the image view. This image view. I have used a cake photo for background, and again at the background bottom, this is again a text view. This is a very simple application, and again I'll run it on Pixel 3a. Hopefully it runs this time. Just let us see what is the RAM occupied. 9.2 GB out of 11.8. As I said, you need a lot. If you have more than 8 GB of memory, then always go for this. Oh, it is going around 10 GB. Nice. That's good. And operation succeeded. As you can see here, this is the application. Exactly as it is shown here. And on your phone, you can go back, close it. It is installed with the default logo. I don't know how clearly you can see on your screen, but on my screen it is quite small. So as Google application lists them alphabetically, you will find your application here. Click it and it is there. You will also find it in the recent applications, exactly as you can do it on your normal phone. So I think this much information is enough for today's session. I will go back to the Teams. Vedant, is that enough?
Yeah, okay, sure.
I think anything more than this will just lead to more confusion.
Yeah, I'll be actually enabling their mics now. I have disabled them, so you can start the Q&A session.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, they can turn on their mic or they can put it in the chat box.
Hello, sir. I am audible.
Yeah, you are.
Sir, actually, I couldn't register for the GDSC. The deadline was
Deadline was
30th.
Official deadline for completing the course and submitting the application is 10th of January 2022.
Okay. Actually, I got a Google form. I didn't fill the Google form.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask, like, what could be done? Actually, I joined the college late and I didn't check the message.
You're from which college?
Triple ITA.
Is
Okay, you can contact, no, Tejas is not here. You can contact your facilitator, Tejas, and then he would give you the form and you can fill it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going through the charts. My equal to are in 20 different line. That is because you must have used println and not print. I covered the data types. Is there any advantage of choosing higher Android version? Yes, there is an advantage. Some features like AR, that is augmented reality, VR, virtual reality support, or anything which uses a lot of computing power and is released in the recent years. Those features cannot be used in a lower Android version, and to use those features you need a higher Android version. As per my knowledge, all the good machine learning algorithms were supported in Android Pie and above, 9.0 Pie and above. So if you are planning to do that in your Android application, then you should see which Android API supports that feature. Using Jelly Bean or KitKat won't help you. But the other side for that is you will not be able to publish, or not many users will be able to use our application if they have an Android version lower than what you have selected. That is the only drawback. Uh, how to store large value like doubles. Kotlin does that automatically, like Python. how much RAM is required for Android development in laptop. I will recommend having 8 GB is sufficient. 6 GB will also do, but 4 GB is little less. It will get the job done. Official requirements say that you need at least 3 GB and 4 GB, 3 GB for 32-bit, 64-bit requires 4 GB. That will do the job, but it will be very slow. Information was informative. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thanks a lot, Anupam. I got the totally different interface when I started Android Studio. What exactly? Could you please explain the importance of constraint layout? I said that if you need to put constraints on every element so that they do not overlap on each other without you saying that yes, this much area can be overlapped. 8 GB should be sufficient. Yeah, as I said. Don't use virtual device on 8 and 4 GB RAM. Of course. You could see that when I ran the application, it took around 10.5 GB of RAM. What is the fees deduction up to 80% as you have mentioned exactly? Yeah, so all the students who complete this training and submit a project to Google according to their guidelines, the guidelines will be told to you by your facilitator, college facilitator. I will not mention them here, that will take a lot of time. Yeah, so all the students who complete the training and submit the application according to the guideline can avail a discount up to 80% of the certification fee for the associate Android developer exam. You need to give the exam, you need to pay all the fee from your side in the beginning, give the exam, clear the exam, and after that if you clear it and you have completed the course and submitted project, then Google will reimburse 80% of the certification cost. That transaction is done between you and Google. No other third person is involved. So that's that. Apart from this participation certificate, what that will be awarded after? I did not understand the question. Too long. How can I drone unit testing on Android application? That is a experienced developer question. What module is like you are showing? Is virtualization enabled on your laptop, Anish, or your computer? If you don't have virtualization enabled, you will not be able to use AVD or AVD manager. Then please refer Google. That is a very long procedure and definitely not for this session. Can I learn Android development without knowing Java? Yes, of course. This Android campaign is intended exactly for that purpose, that you learn the Android development using Kotlin. It does not assume any Java knowledge or experience. Okay. Can students from other colleges also attend? Of course, students from all over the India can attend. Yeah, Vedant, you can stop the recording.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, great.